Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back to the Battle of Chalons. It's been about 3 weeks since we last looked at this battle, and things just get crazier and crazier. If you haven't seen the other parts of this fight, you definitely need to. I think we're getting close to the conclusion of the fight here, but go ahead, take a look at our playlist on Field of Glory 2, and just check out the Battle of Chalons, and you can see what's going on. This, of course, is the Hunnic forces. The Hunnic forces are in blue, and our forces are, of course, in red. Roman red. Now, I'm going to end the turn here. We've done everything we can. If you wanted to see the last turn, make sure to take a look. But just look at the bodies on this battlefield. This is already an extremely bloody fight. And it's at its 7th part. That's right. This is episode 7 in just one battle. So we're going to end the turn here. Let's see what the Huns do if they can finally break us, because they've certainly been getting very close. Here we go. One unit breaking on our side. It doesn't look like it started any sort of, cyclical effect, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong, and as you can see, all they have to do really is get us to 60%. At this point, though, I think getting a victory at 45% is pretty much impossible. We are going to have to essentially destroy each other's army at about 60% for either of us to get a victory. So we'll see who gets there first, and it certainly looks like the Huns have the advantage on this one. They didn't always have the advantage throughout the battle. In fact, the advantage has basically gone from us to the Huns constantly. So it's really fascinating to see, and that's why I still have a tiny bit of hope, but it's hard to have hope with charges like that. Those archers have been taking a chunk out of that warband for so long, and the warband just sticks around. We just have to rename that army the Arrow Eaters. It actually is a perfect name for a barbarian army. Okay, we're attacking their general here. One of their generals. It's not Attila, but it's his buddy. And actually, 2 of our units just rallied. Kill him, boys. He's still holding firm. It's just unbelievable. Another one of our troops rallying, guys. 3 in 1 turn. Usually, it's usually good tidings when that happens. Your men are starting to believe that they can win the battle. Let's take a look over here. So we're trying to take out the Ostrogothic Lancer. Sorry, I said it was a enemy general. It's not. Let's try to kill him. At least we finally disrupted that unit. Now, of course, I want to attack from down here. Man, they're holding firm. And of course, the Ostrogoths are one of the many allies that the Huns have. So right now, they're putting their lives on the line to help the Huns. We did cause them to auto-break. But of course, since we don't really get to control the attack, our men are charging them. Whereas had we broken them on the first time, we might have been able to use this cavalry immediately to attack the enemy flanks. That's not saying that we don't get that opportunity still. But I just think it's going to be a little bit harder to put together. There we go. Got him down to 14. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to charge this unit. No, I guess we can't charge because we were turned away. This is risky, but this entire battle has been risky. So Alans, take out your sabers and charge! We're hitting Mongols, and look at that, 37 guys. It's a nice bit of damage there. And it looks like we might be able to charge the enemy, but I don't want to hit this fleeing unit. What I might do is just position my cavalry for a charge next turn, if that makes sense. And also, probably not a bad idea to get some of our cavalry to just specifically focus on the enemy general there. But I'll let him get a bit closer. In the meantime, actually, no. You know what? Let's try to chase him away, if anything. Really, really tempted to run up and just attack this guy. But first, let's see the chances of a win, and I think he'll actually run. Yeah, sure enough, he's going to evade. Pretty standard stuff. And it looks like this warband still facing off against some Hunnic units. wouldn't be a bad idea to get this infantry unit down and potentially get into that battle. And that's actually the reason we turned our infantry this way, is because we eventually wanted them to join our fight here. I really wanted the Chalons to be part of that, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's just not going to happen, boys. Keep on running. But first, why not? We might as well fire at the warband, maybe get lucky. And if not, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, because they are trying to run us off the map at this point. And look at this. We can actually get a charge on the Gepid Lancers. I don't think it would go very well. But maybe if we bring Sangiban and his Chalons, it's one of our allied generals, we could potentially break these guys. It's all up to Sangiban now, really. Alright, show us what you can do, Sangiban. Here we go. Enemy routing. A huge force, guys, that we have here on the eastern flank. And throughout the battle, you know, the power between the left and the right flank has shifted. Initially, we were doing great on that left flank. Then we started doing horribly. Now we're doing very well on the east flank, but the enemy's crushed us on the left. So I think it's going to actually come back down to another battle in the center if they can't get all these stragglers. We have most of our forces in that cavalry formation to the east, and if we can use them effectively, we can absolutely win this battle. But it's going to be a close one, just like the real battle itself of Chalons, which was actually, you know, inconclusive. Both sides claimed victory. Really don't know who won. And again, I love that warband. They're just a cannon fodder unit. That's the only reason they're here. 2,052 men. They're now down to 1,644. And they've been eating arrows for the past, what, guys? 5 or 6 turns. And they still haven't even wavered, which is amazing. All right, here we go. Warband against their cavalry, of course. And look at that. We've got the enemy general falling back. I love it. One of the enemy generals. It's not Attila. Oh, sorry. That was our general. It was Sangiban. I got confused by the red lining here. Come on, Agrippa. Remember who you're fighting, for goodness sake. No, I was right, but it was a Gepid Lancer unit, not a general unit. So we will hit the Gepid Lancers. Flank charge on the Gepid Lancers, as a matter of fact. That didn't do as much damage as I wanted it to, obviously. When in doubt, charge. There we go. They are fragmented, guys. And of course, if we could get to them now, that would just be phenomenal. I think what I'm going to do instead is move my cavalry over here. We can see some of their units are already wavering. They're not in the best shape as is. And I'm going to try to get our Chalons here. This would be the ultimate revenge also against the Huns. We'd be defeating them with their own horse archer tactics, using their, basically one of their biggest enemies, which would be the Chalons. Not biggest enemies, but I guess one of their most hated rivals, really. Okay, let's keep on going here. Hell, even if we can get a flank charge. In this case, since we're wavering, it's not a good idea. Any other case, I'd probably go for it. Alright, 8 Huns down. Moving the cavalry forward. And at the same time, we could actually move that guy forward too. But what I really want to do is catch this unit right here, Attila himself, and slaughter him. Okay, he's going to run. Now, we still have to try to catch him with this other cavalry unit. So we're going to go ahead and get a flank charge on Attila the Hun. Impact, 25. They've broken. Attila is running from the battlefield, guys. This is amazing. Now I'm going to try to break this unit, and they have broken too. We've got the Huns to 51%. Man, awesome. It ain't over yet, though. Believe me when I say it's not over yet. Not by a long shot. We've thought so many times that we were about to win this battle just for everything to turn, and vice versa. I'm not going to charge a fleeing unit, but I will send General Theodoric down. And Theodoric is one of our Ostrogothic, our Visigothic captains that's working for us against the Huns. The Ostrogoths like the Huns. The Visigoths hate the Huns. Nice fail, guys. Really nice. Now, considering I don't see really any open targets here, actually, I do see one, and that's going to be these Hunnic Horse Archers right here. The question is, can we do enough damage to break them? We're going to charge with our Visigothic warriors, and sure enough, they're going to run. That's pretty standard, but now they can actually charge this unit, Valamir, the enemy general. It's actually a Ostrogothic general. We want to move forward a bit here. And a bit. What the hell is a bit, Agrippa? And move here. Man, fascinating. So this battle is just like every second it's shifting from one side to the next. Yeah, all we can really do here is keep moving forward, I think, and try and get away from the enemy cavalry. Try not to even face them during this battle would be a pretty good thing. And I'll keep our Visigoths there. I mean, they've taken enough hits for an entire army, so let's just keep them doing what they're doing. I'll do the same with the veteran Roman cavalry here because I actually want them to rally. And as far as I can tell, the best way to rally is just basically to leave a unit where it is. This Roman cavalry unit, we can also start moving it out, but it's going to take a while before it gets to the battlefield. So wish us luck, guys. Fingers crossed, turning it over to the Huns once again. Okay, they auto-broke our unit there. That's not surprising. 52 to 51%. I don't think I've ever seen a battle this close in Field of Glory. The moment of truth is coming, guys. I mean, if we can really get some excellent attacks here, we can win this in one turn. But the attacks need to be perfect. And just look at every single bit of bloodshed on this battlefield. It's without a doubt the bloodiest battle we fought in Field of Glory 2. And of course, you do need the, I believe it's the Legion's Triumphant DLC to get this battle. And it is worth it. It is absolutely worth it to get the Hunnic army list. It's worth it. It's just really cool. Now, what they've done here is they've actually managed to cut off those Allen Horse Archers. And that ain't cool. Ah, bless you, boys. Just eating up rounds for the whole army. Look at that. Brand new, well, fresh. Pretty fresh. Roman cavalry unit. Problem is, it's going to take them a while to get to the battlefield. What do we do here? Okay, they actually stuck around for the impact, which is pretty amazing. And I could try to attack them with another infantry unit here, although it wouldn't work out too well. How about from this side? Actually, in the next turn, if they stick around, we will do pretty well against them. So I'm going to keep on going for that. And with this unit, we'll fire. Charge. Enemy held firm on that charge. Getting a second charge would be great, even though we are using our Alans. For that reason, maybe it's not the best idea. So what I'm going to try to do first is get the enemy to stick around for this fight. They might be smart enough to get away, but look at that. They did break either way because we hit their flank. So that was excellent. We still want to move the rest of our cavalry down, though, to deal with this enemy. That's facing us now. We're moving our generals as well. Right now, the Roman and Ostrogothic cavalry, or Visigothic cavalry, is just steaming across the field, across dozens of corpses to get to the ultimate goal here. Let's do it. We're going for the attack. Again, it's not even necessarily an attack very much in our favor, but I think with, you know, the massive amount of units that are attacking them, ultimately probability is going to rest on us. At least I hope it is. And don't forget, we are still chasing Attila. killing him would really be excellent. And in fact, running him off the battlefield, I think would be pretty useful too. There we go, a rear attack against the enemy cavalry unit there. Doesn't seem like much because they're already running, but hey, you know, the more damage, the better. Well, very interesting. Now this is where you can get another break. I thought they were going to hold firm. Wait, you can't say hold firm and then break a second later. That's not fair. That's a little sneaky. So just basic horse archer tactics. We'll move up with this unit. We'll get back with this unit. Unfortunately, we can't turn them around. But you get the basic idea here. Basic gist. And we could technically attack with this guy, but I'm not sure that would be very wise. Okay, guys, turning it over to the Huns. Once again, we're at turn 18. I was certain the battle would be over during this turn. Now I'm not so sure. The enemy just broke, though, one of our cavalry units. That's a big break. And again, every break at this point is extremely important. It's really coming down to the next 2 or 3 units that break. That's going to determine the winner or loser. That's definitely going to be a break. I mean, they're charging us as we have our backs turned. They've got us to 56%. Can't believe our Chalons did not run from that, but they actually put up a pretty good defensive fight there, considering they were just a horse archer unit. I really wanted them to run, though. That's not great. Hold on, Warband. Incoming arrows once again. I feel bad for these guys, but they are just incredibly brave. Maybe, actually, in this case, this is not bravery. This is pure stupidity. These guys have been eating arrows the entire time, but the good thing is they have kept 6 archer units occupied. Like, just think about that. We've kept 6 archer units occupied, despite the fact we're not breaking them, but keeping them occupied that long is a pretty big feat, guys. Come on, boys. Break through. They're falling back like the cowards they are. I'm amazed that our men held firm there. Now let's try to finish these men off. For Rome. Maybe not. I was going to say charge, and then I'm like, wait a minute. No, he's not doing so well. Okay, so they are going to receive the impact, but they'll fall back soon after. And guess what? Now we can catch them. They've fallen into our trap. They're not going to be able to retreat now. But look at that. The impact's actually not going to be so strong as I expected. And actually, there's a high chance for a draw during this battle. In fact, they just disrupted us. So we're going to have to keep this going for a bit. And let's do a flank charge here. This one will work very well. Flank attack. We've disrupted the enemy. 62. Fragmented them. I think we can break them here. No! It's like close but no cigar. So we'll charge this unit. And of course, they are retreating as well, man. And what I'm going to try to do is run away with the Visigothic cavalry. Be good for a flank charge eventually here. So I'm actually going to turn around. That way we can attack them next turn. Charging them this turn, I'm not sure it'd be a great idea. We're going to go for it just because we're desperate. And there's Olatilla. Hopefully he'll be off the field here very, very soon. Trying to see if there are any units at all that are kind of out in the open. I don't see any, so we'll move forward with the archers. There's not much we can do with the rest of these guys, except wait. Which is exactly what we're going to do again, going to turn 20, man. Unbelievable. So there we go. We've got some enemy units rallying. Definitely not something that's going to make anyone happy on our side. But most of our units that are in trouble seem to be holding. The same is true for the Huns, though. I think everybody on the battlefield right now knows the stakes. Now, that's good news. Attila just dispersed off the field. We didn't get to kill Attila, but we did get to make him run like a little baby. That being said, it's not going to change the fact that we will probably lose this battle. I think getting Attila to run, though, historically, if we're looking at this from an alternative history perspective, which we have to, because we're replaying the battle, then I think making Attila run would be pretty embarrassing to him and might lose him a lot of support amongst his allies, whether or not his army ultimately won. It would certainly show that he's not invincible. Hold, boys, hold! So we could collect the arrows that have been fired at us during this battle, just that one unit, and be able to provide supplies for an army for an entire year. So it's not good to see that that line is starting to falter. And they just broke another one of our units there. Okay, we are disrupting them. Every single fight counts here. That's a break. It's got us to 59%. One more break on our side, and we're finished. It's that simple. One more break on our side, and we are finished. So I'll definitely go for the flank charge here. Disrupted the enemy unit. We fragmented them. Of course, I'm going to try to utterly break them. Oh, luck's not in the cards for us that turn. Let's see if we can catch them on an impact charge. I think they'll just run away. But it's always good to try, and you bet in this desperate state, I am going to go ahead and order the attack here. Charge. Charge over here with these men too. Again, I don't care about the odds at this point. Even if it's a draw, it's good for us. We just need to hold on a few more turns. Come on, boys. Auto breaks. And there we go. We've got an enemy auto break. Pretty neat. The question is, can we catch any other enemy units off guard? 56 to 59%, guys. This is wow. It's just wow is what it is. So there we go. Attila's off the field. But now these two Visigothic cavalry units that could have potentially been of use to us are kind of not nearly as useful, are they? Wondering if we should go for the charge. No, I think we're going to hold we're just going to hold. Actually, now I can get a shot at that cavalry. I'll see if that changes the potential to do damage. I don't think it will, unless we had disrupted them. Yeah, we definitely need to run away here if we don't want to get broken. And we'll end the turn. Guys, I think it's going to be the Huns, but it has been an amazing fight. We have to see the casualties at the end of this one. 57, they broke on us. That's it. That's going to be GG. Unless we can magically break 4% here during their turn. I mean, that could always happen, but it's very unlikely. Then that's going to be a win for the enemy. Just a fascinating battle. We finally got to the end. I was thinking of doing another episode, and then I'm like, no way. I can't do that to these guys. Especially not to Lady Chicken Sword. She really likes this series, and she's always asking for uploads on it, and I've not been good at uploading on this series. So this is finally the conclusion to the Battle of Chalons. I would personally consider this a draw. I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but I think we did well enough to consider this a draw, just like it was in real life. Essentially an inconclusive ending, because so many people died, so many different groups ran away, and I mean, we made Attila run away during this battle, for goodness sakes. Making Attila run is practically impossible. The last volley you'll take, lads, don't worry. Why I'm using a Scottish accent to talk to Visigoths, I have no idea how to answer that question. It's a very good question, and there are no answers to it. Oh my goodness. Yep, we're chasing some of our generals. And that's really the last chance right there against that unit. If we could break them, there's like a small chance, as you can see, getting them to 58%. But if we don't get them to 60 or above our 62, it won't make a difference. So close. And that's it. Your army has lost heart. You are defeated. We definitely want to look at the actual battlefield here. Okay, guys, so here we go. The enemy lost 826 killed, 1,667 wounded, 3,080 cavalrymen killed. So obviously the Hunnic force is made up mostly of cavalrymen. 193 captured, deserted on our side, guys. 9,624 captured, deserted. 4,827 killed on our side in terms of infantry. 4,557 cavalry killed. Wounded on our side is astronomical. I have to say, even from an alternative history perspective, even with Attila running away, this is without a doubt a worse result in the actual battle. We bloodied the Huns, but we didn't stop them in the slightest. And besides, they put up their allies to get hit by our arrows mostly anyway. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Obviously, you should check out the playlist, watch it from part 1 all the way up to this. It has been an amazing roller coaster ride. And make sure to hit that like button and comment down below on what battle you'd like to see next if you enjoyed this series. Thank you guys, take care, and have a great, great day.